All right, a bright sunny day in spring. We're getting a lot of cold in Indiana, in northern Indiana. My aunt says she's getting a lot of cold in southern Virginia, southeastern Virginia. And so that's what we've got right now for weather. It is just about ready to enter the second week of May 2020. Saturn is conjunct with Jupiter, and Jupiter is behind Saturn. So my understanding of astrology, and the best I can do it, is as long as Jupiter is behind Saturn, that we will have bad economics, and we're seeing that. And trouble is coming for the United States, or destruction, or some type of destruction. There'll be destruction of the government because Pluto is returning to its native position, which it has not been in since the founding of this country. It was Pluto was about 27 degrees of Capricorn when this country was founded. It is now 24 degrees of Capricorn. It's been all the way around. It's going back to its native position. So at least we'll have a destruction of the government. I imagine we'll go the way of Venezuela. A lot of people used to triumph Venezuela as being this wonderful socialist paradise. I heard people say heard people say that, but I heard people say that people said that the Venezuela was this wonderful social paradise, and now Noam Chomsky is saying that it's been taken over by a extreme white right-wing element. Well, whatever you call it, that's what we're getting. A lot of people don't understand that socialism, according to Vladimir Lenin, was a stepping stone to communism. The purpose for having a socialist government was to make it communist, and supposedly David Rockefeller said or wrote, particularly in his memoir, that he wanted a communist government, a mixture of communism and capitalism. Interesting, he chose capitalism and not free market. Capitalism can exist, I guess, without the free market. It's supposed to be the same thing, but capitalism tends to imply capital, whereas free market tends to imply free. And capitalism, I think, can be done without a free market. Glenn Beck says they're the same thing, and they might technically be, but I don't think we'll have the free market when we have our combination of communism and capitalism. And we're moving forward towards that. I know a lot of you out there think that we're moving in the right direction, or we're not becoming communist, but you look at the coronavirus and you see that, I'm not allowed to get my hair cut. I'm an adult, I'm almost 50 years old, and I'm not allowed to get a haircut from the regular barbers. I can't go to a barber and get a haircut in Indiana at the beginning of May, and I didn't have a haircut for about a month before. I want to get a haircut, and it's been about a month since then. So it's been about 2 months, or getting close to 3 months that I've been without a haircut. Don't like it. So Pluto's returning to its native position. And Europe, of course, is socialist. And Newsweek put out something. It said we're all socialists now. I want to get that magazine because I want to kind of keep it as a keepsake, but I miss getting that magazine. It said we're all socialists now. And if people think the government is a solution, like they hate their neighbor, but if their neighbor works for the government, they love their neighbor, or if other people's neighbors work for the government that they also hate, then they love the government, or they think the government's going to do something good for them when their neighbors don't do that. Whatever. People are so blind, I don't even know what to say. Anyway, Pluto is returning. It should return in 2022. I think it was January 2022. It should return. We should have a transformation of our government. It should not be a socialist democracy, what it is, like what it is now, but a communist state that would absorb Canada, Mexico, and probably the Caribbean. Some people have said, or some people have suggested by pictures of the North American Union. Of course, you can look up North American Union. That it will include Venezuela and a good portion of South America, like northern South America will include, I think it excludes Argentina, Brazil, and Chile. Anyway, Pluto will be coming. We will see a transformation in our government. If that makes you happy, good for you. You know, what can I say? I'm glad you're happy. And as a Christian, I see the future positive because I know there'll be the reign of Christ coming after they've cut our heads off. That's what the Bible says. And people say, well, how can you believe that? And you say, well, are you Christian? Yes. Do you believe what the Bible says? Yes. Okay, well then, where's the rub here? The Bible says this. You know, and it just, they go off in fantasy land when they start talking about the Bible, and it means posies and daffodils. Pluto will be returning 2022, so 2 years from now, less than 2 years from now, Pluto will be returning to its 27-degree mark in Capricorn. As Jupiter approaches Saturn, we should see some a bad economy. That will be alleviated come Christmas or New Year, somewhere around in there. When Pluto starts when Jupiter starts separating from Saturn, you're entering a more bountiful economic cycle. As far as the United States, Pluto's returning is for the United States, not for other countries necessarily. Trump will probably be reelected. There was an astrologer that said he will not be reelected, or he will be a one-term president. But at this point, after everything they've done to him, and it's all staged. You know, I don't like Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. I still think it's funny. So I said I don't support Trump. So I don't support Trump, or I don't like Trump, or something. So he said, but yet you voted for him. No, I didn't vote for Trump. I don't vote. You know, I mean, I've got better things to do with my time than spend time voting. The country will go the way it goes. You cannot stop it. You cannot control it. You cannot harness it. You cannot turn it towards your aims. You cannot make it more conservative. You cannot make it more liberal. It will be as it is. It will get liberal eventually, so the liberals should be happy. Well, the liberals seem to always want more. The conservatives are digging in their heels. The Republicans are digging in their heels anyway. The conservatives always want more, or the liberals always want more. There's not enough under government control as far as they're concerned, it seems. You know, they think that their government is like their family, and they can't get along with their family, and they expect to get along with government. You know, I could rant on that for a long time. But yes, the economy should start to improve when Jupiter conjuncts Saturn this December. They're still conjunct. They're conjunct as we speak. Jupiter's at 24 degrees and Saturn's at 1 degrees Aquarius. Jupiter's 24 degrees. 24 degrees Capricorn, and Saturn at 1 degree Aquarius. They're conjunct, but there's a division of the signs in between them. And so the economy should get better around Christmas time. You know, Merry Christmas. So that's what I've got for you. I wish you enjoyed it. excuse the political rant if you're not of my persuasion, and I am persuaded. God bless you. And this coronavirus thing will I don't know. I think it will it's more the government than the coronavirus. Because as somebody pointed out, there are more people dying of flu every year, regular flu, than have died of the coronavirus so far. They've died of the regular flu. So, I mean, it puts things into perspective when you hear things like that. I'm sure the coronavirus is very nasty, worse than the regular flu, but people die from both, apparently. And there are people that seem to imply they fudge the numbers on how many people have died and how many people get it. You know, and it's the media, I expect that. You know, the media, whether it's somebody on YouTube that's supposed to be independent, or Fox News, or MSNBC, or whatever, it's the media. So you get what you get. Yeah, the economy should improve. We should have a boom, before I forget, we should have a boom in technology with Saturn conjunct Jupiter and Aquarius. This is an extremely rare condition. I mean, hundreds of years ago, we didn't have this, where Saturn conjunct Jupiter, and just as Saturn and Jupiter were entering Aquarius. I mean, they're about half a week apart when they first start out, as far as their conjunction. I think they're the same degree and same half degree. So it's just a burst in technology, as I've said before. It should be like I would even say a new religious movement, if not the global movement to worship the Antichrist. I could see that the Antichrist will reveal himself during this time. You know, and frankly, I could be way off. But I'm looking at the astrology, and I know the Antichrist will come out of his hiding sooner rather than later. All right.